Special guest star or what? Wow,
This is the way.
that sounds pretty similar as well. I mean, I'm guys. You should be blessed. Feel blessed. We have a special guest star. He's one of the Mandalorian stunt doubles. Um, what's your name, Mandalorian stunt double man? What's your name?
Uh, Fred.
Fred. Cool. So you worked on this movie. That's pretty exciting. So if you've got any questions for Fred, super chat $5. If you have any questions for Grogu stunt double, Gringu? Was that his name?
Gringo.
Gringo. Then put in this input. Yeah, put in the chat. Uh, yeah, I mean, I think you guys are all blessed. You see why the slight delay because they had to fly in from Naboo. They were on a special tour, press tour, and we got them for this 2 hour window. So yeah, welcome back everybody. Yeah,
Good to see you all. Yes.
yes. Do you
In
want to
case you
shout?
can't tell,
Oh,
we're here to talk about Mandalorian and Grogu trailer that came out today for the movie that's coming out in May.
the fourth.
No, May
TV?
22nd.
Okay.
6 days before my birthday.
Oh, could you see seeing it on your birthday as being a thing you might do?
Maybe. Possibly. I want to see it before then, obviously, but
Mm. Do they do many 4D screenings in your area? Is there a cinema you know that you can go to?
not close by. I
Hmm.
think the closest one would be Toronto.
Oh. Because I feel like of all the things, if they built this custom for that, that could be very, don't think there's much a thing at the Rise of Skywalker, which was quite a while
Yeah,
ago now. Although we were around, we did do a review of it. Yeah.
we did, and we're disappointed by it.
Yeah, but liked more than Last Skywalker, but that's a hugely unimpressive flex.
Yes,
uh, Gosh, did we do? Did we do the first of the three? I don't think we did. We did a
uh,
we did a Drunk Yards the holiday special that no one cared about, but it was funny to us.
that was the Lego holiday special.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
It's all the Mandalorian pretty much. Yeah, I think we're after the first one.
Damn.
Right, I'll start sharing and I'll let you talk to the chat.
All right. Hi, chat. I'm the Mandalorian. You need to make sure you're subscribed to the channel. This is the way. Make sure you hit the notification bell icon to all so you don't miss any content from us. I have spoken. Do all the things you need to do, but hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed, notified, do all the things. Make sure you're commenting. Feel free to super chat or PayPal in at trekyards@hotmail.com to support the channel and get your voice heard. We do read all of them on the air, so this is the way. Support the channel if you can. We want to hear your thoughts and feelings on this trailer, which is a lot better than the one that they got at the Super Bowl, which was just like another teaser. Um, Interesting, but not quite what we wanted. So this is cool, and I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts on it. So make sure you do all the things you need to do. Um, Make sure that there's a join button down there. Click the join button so you can join us, join the Mandalorians, and um, the code. You know the thing. Anyway, join us here on YouTube or head on over to Patreon/Trekyards to join us over there on a monthly basis. Um, we really appreciate. Hit something in my eye. Really appreciate anything and everything you guys can do to help us out. And we're looking forward to having a good discussion with you guys today. So if you can join us in any way or help us support us in any way, we appreciate it. And looking forward to hearing from you guys. So we'll get to the super chats in just a second. My communication device is acting up. Um, but yes, Baby Grogu is here as well to talk to you guys and tell you the same things. Do all the things that he said to do, or he'll use the force on you. Your hand's all wonky there, kid. There we go. Using the force. Using the force. Dun, 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 dun.
And I'm back.
Oh shit, he's back.
Hey.
Hi.
Hello. Right, starting a poll.
Do that. I'm going to read the first super chat. The
Please
only
do.
super chat. BJ puts in $2 and says, "This is the way. This is the way."
And it appears we have a PayPal as well. And of course, those are tremendously helpful. So thank you in advance.
I was just getting to that. I was just going to look.
Yes. Do consider. Do consider.
Yes. All the support makes all the difference.
We thought this was worth talking about, although maybe not our normal audience, but you know, it's the first Star Wars movie since 2019. Is that when it was? Yeah, so it's been a minute. Been a minute.
Yeah. So we got a PayPal from Ray Ricks. Thank you so much, Ray. Of £10.
Amazing.
And he says, "While this looks fun, and I am definitely going to go see it, it
Mm.
still feels like a streaming movie, and not like a live action Star Wars film. In 7 years, I have spoken." It's funny, Ray, because I was going to say the exact same thing about this.
Well, let me bring you in then, Stuart, with the official question. Assuming you asked Stuart under that helmet, I don't know. Oh God, no! Better with the helmet. Ugh! Oh my God!
Oh, that sounds like something I'd say. That's so mean.
We've been together too long, Stuart. Been together.
Uh,
That was a very good helmet. Was that a cheap one that you got and it happened to be amazing?
no, this is the Black Series.
Okay.
This is the expensive one. Yeah.
Did you get a cheap one? And I'm remembering the
Yeah,
wrong.
I had the cheap
Okay.
one first. I gave that to my son, who's since modified it to be much better
Yeah.
after I
Yeah.
got this one. But yeah, this one has the lights inside and everything. Red lights.
Oh, cool. I mean, you hope it would have. You know, like it's not a very simple
Yeah.
exterior, is it?
Yeah.
Damn. Very
Hey,
nice.
Hughes. So what were you going to ask me? Sorry.
So, Stuart and people in the chat, vote in the poll now. What did you think of the trailer? And how do you feel now with the first Star Wars movie and just this one in particular? And yeah, talk to me about your thoughts, because it's today brand new. Today.
Yes. Yeah, I saw it like an hour before you messaged me about doing this.
It didn't come out much before that either.
Yeah, yeah. And I was like, okay, well, I thought this was going to be the one we were going to see for the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl one was kind of fun with the Tauntauns, like the Clydesdale horses, which is interesting. But I'm like, okay, finally one. I don't know why they didn't release this for the Super Bowl. I thought, was it just not finished? Because this would have been better and made a lot more people happy than the other one we got, teaser. But anyway, so I enjoyed it. I think I'm looking forward to The Mandalorian. I really enjoyed The Mandalorian, all 3 seasons. Really fun to watch and rewatch. They got a lot of rewatchability. However, I agree with Ray. It doesn't feel like a movie because it's just The Mandalorian, same quality effects and everything, which were fantastic for the streaming show. But there's nothing about it that stands out as being movie worthy. It just feels like it's going to be a super extended episode, a streaming movie. And it doesn't have the punch or the excitement around it. And I don't know why necessarily. So while I'm excited for it, I'm hoping that it doesn't let us down. And I can't see it. I wish it was more. I wish it was another season, honestly, because I like The Mandalorian so much. I'd like to have more than just like a 2 hour movie. And again, not quite sure the length of the movie either. I'm not sure if it'd be full 2 hours, but I would hope so because I don't know. I just think it's fitting this into just, an hour, hour 20, hour 40, whatever, wouldn't be super awesome. I don't know. I don't know. My thoughts are kind of mixed. I'm excited it's coming out. It was fun to see it. Looks like it's going to be a fun adventure, but doesn't feel anything grandiose like I would expect. That's my thoughts on it.
And if you could use, because we'll ask you at the end as well, based on discussion, if you look at the poll and do read out if you can, what would you give as your pre-discussion ranking?
Ooh.
And we'll see if it changes by the end.
Let's see.
Because it
How
might.
excited are you for the new film? Rank it for us. Yeah, how excited am I for
Excited.
the new film, or how excited was I about this trailer? Like, how did this trailer? Am I ranking the trailer or my excitement?
I suppose I'm asking you about the trailer, but yeah. Fair enough.
This trailer for me would probably be a B.
Mm.
because it just feels like they're advertising a new season of The Mandalorian. Like I
Mm.
said, there's nothing about it that says movie. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. So anyway,
Mm.
now we got to hear Sam's thoughts. What did you think upon watching this, and what are your thoughts leading into our discussion?
So for reminding people, my context was obviously like Star Wars, see all the movies, and we watched the first season of Mandalorian. We did reviews. It was everyone loved it. Watched season two. Some good, some less good, but a lot of good. The Luke stuff was fantastic. For me personally, loved it. And then Book of Boba Fett, all the things were very varied, and the TV landscape sort of went everywhere. We even made it a big deal to watch Book of Boba Fett's first episode, thinking they can't mess that up. Like made a big can't yeah, whatever. I never got into watching season three because the reviews are pretty much not good, and I
Don't
don't
mind
even
me, I'm
know.
just polishing my helmet.
No, 100%. Yeah, yeah, big yeah.
Sorry, Boba
Yeah.
Fett.
So I haven't watched season three, although I don't know how much of this even reflects season three because they seem to be exactly where they were the last time I saw them, with a season less
Yeah.
of storytelling, which isn't really a good thing because what was point? I don't know what happened in season three enough to know what's relevant. So okay, and this, so that's already I'm carrying with a slight disadvantage if I've not seen season three and no one's really encouraged me to watch it specifically as being a must see, which is sad because the first two certainly were. This trailer looked like something I watched. It was weird how little I felt. I don't
Yeah.
exactly know why, because of course, as you said, the effects they brought to Mandalorian season one were excellent. Both the LED wall tech, which let them do big, realistic, non-green screen lighting things, the space effects and model mashup were excellent. Creature effects were fantastic. So all that stuff is already as good as ILM can make it. Anyway, so that bar is already the top bar. What movies let you do, like TV shows, is let you put in, 1.7 million to one sequence because you give the models and animators 2 months to make one sequence because it's a big sequence and it takes months to do, and you can also build new sets. That is what budget gives you and the time to plan, execute, and do it. Now, some films don't have the time to do it anyway, but in theory, TV show you can't do that. You got a much quicker, maybe a week to 2 weeks to make it, as in to produce it, and then you go from there. So this thing could have big set pieces, but for me, seeing that arena hand-to-hand fight doesn't feel like a set piece. Feels like I'm a stickler for space set pieces, but that didn't really excite me in any particular way. And we've seen it 3 times already in other trailers, so I'm trying to think what else was new in the trailer I hadn't really seen. And I don't particularly find the humor funny between the two of them because they've done it every season, so it's nothing new. And you think the kid would know better. I'm confused why the ship's back, of course, because there it is. I think they're using more practical sets this year, which is exciting because they have the money to do that now. And Sigourney Weaver's there, but I don't know if she's playing a character more than just Sigourney Weaver. And besides that, they didn't really show much. It feels like a very standard adventure, just with more
Yeah.
practical sets, which is nice. But I needed. I kind of thought at the end. I mean, not that it's not for nostalgia, but it's for scale. I thought at the end, the last beat was going to be a character, an alien, a ship that has been pre-established to tell you the stakes are bigger because X. Maybe I was throwing whatever at, but maybe they've part of the narrative. A Hut finds an old droid control ship with a million droidicas on it, and that's the they have to stop. Something I can understand and get behind, but none of this I don't understand. I don't necessarily have to understand it, but it just felt like he's doing his job from season one, but now with a co-friend, and that's kind of all I
Yeah.
got. I'm confused by that. I would think you'd have more. At least season one, Mandalorian had Gideon and all the Dark Saber stuff, and this is missing any of that stuff. Yeah, not that I want to spoil if Luke's in it, because that would be nice to save, but you kind of need Luke and some, that oomph to, and maybe he's even better in this version. I don't know. Those are my contrived and all over the place
Yeah.
thoughts.
No, that's interesting because there's no sense of what the story is. It just like we saw the other trailer where they destroy some walkers, and there's a little bit of that here, I think, where he comes in with the fire and he like blasts those two snowtroopers. But yeah, there's no sense of what the story is except just the continuation of the Mandalorian and Grogu. He does say that Grogu's going to outlive him by centuries, and I think that goes to him passing on some of his knowledge, but there's no hint of what it's about. What are the stakes? Yeah, it doesn't have a movie feel.
Because that hut thing, which I love, that obviously it's great. They're the guys from the cartoons. Cool, awesome, love that.
Yeah.
But is that feels like the cold open, just like in the Return of the Jedi, or even the pod racing stuff from episode 1. That's a small segment as a set piece. That isn't the movie. That's a small part of it. There's a tiny part, as a cold open or whatever. But if going in and that's the plot, is to find these huts, I'm like, okay,
Yeah, but yeah, is there going to be a MacGuffin? Is there something that's going
well,
to?
yeah.
That's the thing. Like, there's no hint of any of that.
Like, I'm happy there's no super weapon, or Doomsday Machine. Okay, I guess my version of the droids is somewhat that, but there's no third Death Star. But you kind of almost would. Oh gosh, do you want this? You kind of almost, because obviously this is still the same team, and they don't want to retcon stuff. They want to sort of improve stuff. So if they say, right, we know the sequels are foregone conclusion, we've got to do that, then they could have had a hint of Snoke or a hint of Palpatine even. I mean, they're all around, sort of, just to give an extra little bit of weight. Man, it's tricky because we don't know what the plot is, but it's funny because this might sound silly, right? You tell me if it's so silly, but I really enjoyed the Carb Vance Crate Dragon episode.
Yeah.
If that was a movie with a bit more money spent, I would be happy to watch it as a movie because it's just a Star Wars Western with a great guest cast and everything I know, but added to. I would have watched that as a movie. I mean, a low budget movie, but I would have enjoyed that as a movie. What do you think?
Yeah. No, I agree. Because you got the hints of Boba Fett at least, and Cad Bane coming in was cool. My thing is Boba Fett going to be in this movie? Because I kind of hope so. Because the Boba Fett series kind of let him down a tad.
Yep.
And it was season 2.5 of The Mandalorian for 2 episodes. See, that would make it feel more grand.
Yep.
And more movie-like. So, and there's no hint of that in the trailer, which is a shame, unless it's a big reveal, like you said, with Luke or something. Yeah, I don't know.
No, exactly right. That it would be if cosmic karma is a thing, then saying we took an hour out of your thing, we'll give you the relative percentage here.
Yeah.
And have him come in and be, because I don't know if there was much love for the version that was shown of him where he was just the governor. There's some facets that are nice, but I don't know if that was particularly enjoyed by fans over him being the kick-ass version. So if you come in and just be the kick-ass version that he normally would be associated as, then that would be good. The actor. I mean, yeah, that I could see happening. It would feel right. Saving him, showing that Mandalorian, as good as he is the top bounty hunter of his era, even though he's older now. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there are a lot of things, like one thing that you mentioned too that confuses me as well is, of course, the Razor crest back. And it looks like a brand new version of it. It's got the nice yellow markings on the side like it's supposed to, although the inside, the control panels are a little bit janky and beat up. So
because they want to reuse the cockpit set and not give it a spring cleaning.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where that came from, and because they were hard. He makes a point of saying that they were older Imperial stuff that was hard to come by. So it's like a vintage car, I guess.
Yeah. Well, if he's a deal working for somebody, I want my old ship. What ship? This. All right, we've got 10. What? Yeah, they're easy. What? I thought they were rare. No. Oh. I bought it at premium then. You did. Yes.
Yeah.
And also part of me, and this might sound a bit Blair, but I know how little Pedro's in the outfit now in the previous seasons. So it doesn't feel like, certainly him as an actor, I don't care if he's in it particularly, but knowing it's not him doing the performance, it's someone else. He's doing a voice, and then he's there, obviously there physically, but it's not, You know what I mean? There's a disconnect now in a movie form. As a main character, you've got a puppet that can't talk, and a guy that's not the guy. It's just a VO role, and you know, so it could do with having. Well, really, I mean, the expanded cast. I mean, in theory, the movie is expansion of the show, so you'd want Katie Sackhoff, you'd want all those people to return in some way,
Yes.
but then you're going to pull all of the vibe. But then it might just feel like a TV show, right? If they're all in it, it's just a bigger TV show, so having it new. But that's why bringing someone from the other things would be nice. Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, Ray Ricks is scolding me, member for 47
Oh,
months at the rank of Federation Council. So thank you, Ray. He says, Stuart, you have broken the creed and must now bathe in the waters of Mandalore. Yeah, I'll do that later. It's fine.
you got a spare second.
Anyway,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
About
you're
it?
right. If they bring everybody back, it could feel like that's the thing. I don't want to be sitting in the movie theater going, this just feels like an episode,
Or two
an extended
episodes.
episode. Yeah, I don't want to feel that way. I want something to like, this is a movie, and I'm not getting that yet. So I don't know. I'm hoping for the best.
Well, how do you feel about the practical sets that they're obviously going bigger and more and real? Does that not feel more? You
Yeah,
know?
but it's so hard to tell practical sets from
Uh,
other stuff that they use in streaming shows that it
mhm,
just doesn't matter at this point.
mm,
So it feels like the show, which with the volume.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah, so sometimes you can. I mean, it's not as bad as Star Trek as far as they do a really good job with the volume on the Mandalorian, I think, of
There's
hiding
the
it.
edge.
Yeah, so it's just so hard to differentiate that kind of stuff now that yeah, spending money on big elaborate sets and stuff, it's like it doesn't impress me because it doesn't really show, you know?
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, it's fair, you know, and obviously with just CG in general, that could also just be CGI.
Yeah.
Isn't necessarily, but it could be, you know.
Okay, well. So keep putting your thoughts, guys, super chat or PayPal. We want to hear from you.
Yeah, we do these because we think I was interested in them, but that comes with support. So please do if you can. And obviously we start with a you know, poetry it rhymes la la la, but
This is a Apocalypse Now vibe.
well, it's a retread of the Force Awakens trailer, which as a lovely shot as it was, it probably even the same VFX supervisor said, "Oh, we'll do it again."
Yeah. Looks great though. The Y-wing and the X-wings. I just see Apocalypse Now with Huey like helicopters coming in.
But at what point does recycling just be derivative? And especially as a fan commits really easily, it's not a hard shot to do. But we're seeing, you know, another of the famous art styles. We're not doing New Republic, as in sequel era stuff. We're doing the classics.
Thank
So that
God.
will, well, exactly. That's another advantage of this era. So yay, we're seeing that stuff. And certainly, it'd be nice to see one space battle. I don't think, do we ever see a Star Destroyer of any kind? Like an actual Star Destroyer in Mandalorian? I think we did.
No, I don't think so. We got what's his name's
Yeah.
Moff Gideon's smaller styled Star Destroyer
Yeah.
ship. But
Oh,
yeah.
like a Star Cruiser. So that would, I mean, that would feel cinematic if they jump up. Now Mando's in the big leagues where you get a Mon Calamari and a Star Destroyer and a fleet, and he's part of this bigger battle. That would be nice. But I could have done with, you know, woo, woo, gotta go, kids. You know, we're being chased by one Grand Moff, and he's actually got a Star Destroyer because they're really expensive. Or can you imagine if they just skipped straight to the Super Star Destroyer? And he's like, oh my god! You know, we can't escape it because it's literally the size of us times a billion. That would be crazy.
Yeah. No, I'm sure there will be a space battle. I think that's one of the
I-
checkboxes that
Are
they'd
you
have to
sure
have.
though? Because it might
Yes.
subvert that though.
But when you mean space battle, what do you mean? Like ship on ship or like fleet action?
Uh,
Because there's
well,
definitely going to be ship on ship chases.
yeah. Well, yes,
That's
we
just
saw it with the fighters. I meant capital ship and then something around it. Because one, like I said, one Star Destroyer is scary enough, right? But I was envisioning
also
kind of
won-
Rogue One again, just letting them do that style and that lighting, just again.
yeah. I'm also wondering if this is like the end of the Mandalorian and the passing of the torch to Grogu. I have a feeling he might not survive this movie, but that's just a feeling.
Well, the advantage being is that, you know, in 10 years you can bring him back and he hasn't aged a day. Because he's got a helmet on, right?
What?
Yeah,
No way.
easily to hide that. But it looks nice in general, and you got a landed shot with a actual R droid. You must have been
Yeah.
happy.
Red astromech. Like that. And it's not R2D R whatever R5D4 which was in season 3, so it's a different droid, but it is just a ship landing, so he's just somebody. It's a
Yeah.
greeting astromech coming out to say hi, I guess.
It would be cute if Sigourney Weaver, you know, the acumen she has, was asked what sort of droid do you want? Like Ewan got to pick his own lightsaber, and she's like, I want R2. Well, no, you can't have a blue one. Fine, red. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's my droid, and I want to keep him. I want to keep him for the house, you know? And you'll make him work and be, sensitive to me walking by, and yeah.
Yeah, I would love an astromech.
Yeah. You'll get there eventually, I'm sure. I've no doubt. But with 48 votes, we get 50 votes. I can swap out the poll because, boy, that is a stonking victory, which no amount of votes right now can change. But 2 more votes. 24 of you watching. You have the ability to get 2 more. If you have not voted yet, please do. Give you another minute or so.
Indeed.
Yeah, these are oddly dirty controls. Maybe he has another ship in it, or it's not him.
Well, the armor is definitely his when he reaches up.
But the up might be different to the bottom, is what I'm saying. Because the up is a
I doubt
little
it.
bit cleaner looking.
I doubt it.
But I guess if it is a
Yeah.
retro one, maybe it's just got the nice paint scheme on the end, you know, outside, which makes sense.
Sure, yeah. Just better be a good explanation, that's all.
Well, it's a popular ship. I mean, it's just the Firefly from Firefly, but you know what? It's a good design. So people like it. Yeah, no shit. You're not 49 votes. I'll end out there just to get the next one in play. Stuart, the winner is a stonking 55% for S for How Excited Are You? Which means it is the total majority as well, with second best being B at 16%, and then split C and A at 14%. So people are darn excited.
That's good.
Yeah.
That makes
New
me
poll
happy.
coming.
All right. Yeah. So feel free to super chat in with any of your thoughts on this trailer, guys. If you've seen it, if you haven't seen it, go check it out before we talk about it. But yeah, we want to hear from you. Yeah, I mean, I got a little Razor Crest model over there with the markings on the side, and it's definitely it's not really any different than his last one at all. So I'm glad to have it back, though. I really like the Razor Crest, and I think it suits his profession better than the N1 Starfighter did.
As nice as it was. And it would be nice to see both.
Yeah.
You know, in some form.
Olivia throws in $5.
Oh.
Thank you so much, Olivia.
Oh.
Did you know there's a Drunkyards coming up? Let's
Oh.
see if our Sam can keep more than 12 drinks in him. Dun dun dun.
That one's not up to me, unfortunately. It's up to both my bladder and you
That's
guys.
this Saturday. That's just Saturday, guys. Yeah.
Should be fun.
So tune in.
Especially if it's a great or bad Academy episode. More fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
Lovely atmosphere shots. I'm not sure I prefer, like that much yellow. It's a bit overbearing in how bright it is. Because the other one was nice and dark and muted. This is really yellow.
That's true. That is true. Yeah. Especially around the cockpit. It's very different.
Yeah. So I would definitely say less good than the original version, but I can imagine it getting so dirty by the end because of the things they do that it looks like the old one, which would be kind of funny. Then you get Planet, which I assumed was Coruscant, which, while he's around still, isn't the center of everything. They did, oh no, maybe it is still. But I believe someone said it's Nar Shaddaa, but hard to know because they both look very similar. It's just seedy underbelly. But I would like to see Coruscant again. You know, I like Coruscant, but all I know Nar Shaddaa from the game, so.
But he goes looking for information at a food booth. The guy's like, yeah, I'll tell you anything you want to know for that much.
Republic tokens.
Yeah, and he asks about the huts, and he's like, "Oh, gotta go. See you later."
I,
Closes up shop.
I genuinely chuckled at this. I don't know why exactly, but I thought it was quite a decent gag.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah, I mean, good little scene. But it does feel small.
Mhm.
Something about it feels small because, of course, in the reverse shot, that easily is the LED wall tech in play
Mm. Yeah.
with like 6 extras and the rest are part of the thing. You could easily do that, and they're probably doing that for all these shots. They only need quick go-ins. Versus, even though it is literally less big, the Dexter Jetster scene in 2, the big open establishing Y. I mean, this is a trailer, of course, but a wide of his bigger establishment goes in, big
Yeah.
set. And this is obviously not the same scope, but this feels like a TV show
Well,
small, and that feels like a
I think
big movie.
I think this is going to be the case here, though, because the last shot we saw, we're debating whether it was Coruscant or not. I have a feeling it's going to be like a pan down through the city and onto this booth,
Hmm?
and then we're going to see him walking up. Like I think it might be a big establishing shot, but
Well, he's literally rocketing down with a jetpack. So it would be kind of cool if it flies in, goes onto the floor, and we track him the entire time. That would be a very cool shot. That would feel,
mhm.
was his perspective. That would be cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Mm.
And then you got this. Well, their hive of scum and villainy, I guess, with some robots.
Well, that's the hut symbol
Mm-hmm.
on the door from the Star Wars Outlaws game.
I
But yeah, the
do.
robots are a nice, interesting touch.
I assume we'll be fighting them as well.
Yeah, because in the other trailer we saw him fighting them, and we said they're not
Also
very
that.
Star Wars. Yeah.
And you got the huts with a superstar destroyer. No, super battle droid. There you go, behind them with a
Ah,
staff. Because we do like prequel tech here. Good stuff.
yes.
And these are the two from the previous season of Mandalorian. I take it.
I don't remember these two in the season 3.
Well, season 2 they were in the. Oh, I mean Boba
Yeah.
Fett. Sorry, I mean Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, it was a Book of Boba Fett, yeah.
Yes,
And they gave him the Rancor.
yes, and Danny Trejo
Yes.
doesn't bloody age, ridiculous. And I was quite excited about this next sequence, but then they skip past it so quickly. This. So the fact that's all we can say, right? That's it. There are huts, right? That's it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I like Imperial Remnants. I've always been fascinated by them with the books. I mean, that's really where my reference point comes from, And there's quite a few
Yeah.
people here, and there's a guy, and a cut. So, oh, is that it? What? I'm interested. But no, that's all I get.
Let's see. Ray Ricks throws in £5 in PayPal, so
Oh,
thank you.
very helpful.
Says, I'm hoping this is like only first, third, or half of the movie. Hopefully,
Mm.
second or third act will have other characters. I can see Thrawn being a third act antagonist in this. Possibly. Well,
Mm.
Thrawn's going to be in the next the season of Ahsoka, so not sure how much they'd want him in this necessarily, but yeah.
Like I said, I like Imperial Remnant. I mean, they are not gone by any means. If you want to start setting up, the sequels, which I think is worth them doing to kind of help fix that, where Palpatine sending signals to Thrawn or whatever. Right? I don't know. There's things you could do in the subtext, which is not such a small part of the movie, but it's there. It's like having Palpatine in Obi-Wan for that little bit. Just broadens out a lot. Little,
Yeah.
bringing
Yeah.
him back.
There are snowtroopers here, it's worth saying. Looks like a snow planet for sure, so
Yeah, you're right. It's all connected with the other thing. And do you recognize the actor who plays this general guy?
no.
Because I feel
Looks like
like
Santa Claus. It's North Pole. Is he wearing red? That'd be cool. Anyway.
he is not. And you get an unknown card of who's to get, who's to as
Bounty cards. Collect them all in your box of cereal.
this is Sigourney Weaver based on the next shot. You can tell
Yeah,
the
I would
side of
think
her
so.
face. What's that meant to
Yeah,
be?
he says something about, oh, I'll get you a whole collection of these cards or something.
Well, as if they're the wanted cards, and he's working for the Republic. The Republic to get things to be bounty hunter for hire, but on retainer. And that could be the plot, to have him go after several people. But I say that without any particular enthusiasm about that.
Mm.
Now, hell, if you want to go real deep, if you want to get real silly, right? Now I'm already speculating beyond belief. Bug. Imagine if, for whatever reason, you'll learn by the end of the twist, both Boba Fett and Luke both are wanted by the New Republic, and he has to go chase them. Like his two allies from previous seasons. That would be, yeah. And it's like, oh god, what does he have to do? But he knows them a little bit. He has tricks. And then twists come.
Yeah. They look more like original snowtroopers than the image of the remnant snowtroopers. Yeah, they do look like original snowtroopers, but
well, it's going to be old stock of people and armor, so
yeah,
makes sense to me.
And Grogu with his little shield on, his Beskar plate armor, which later he says, "Make sure your armor's on." Whatever.
They can just shoot his face though.
They can.
Oh, he does have a helmet though, doesn't he? Technically, sort of.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. And then you have I can't tell what's real and not real shot. How much of this is real fire, CGI fire? It's all well integrated. But it's odd. It's odd. It's placed. This is one of the set pieces. You know.
Well, this feels like a base, first of all, which is probably in line with that last image we saw. Just more, he's going in to talk to somebody in there.
Talk.
Yeah, because the other trailer we saw something similar to this, but he was in an AT-AT or an AT-AT, just taking people out. This looks way too big to be an AT-AT. At first, I thought it was, but then I'm like, nah, it can't be.
I mean, it'd be. I mean, hey, and I'm going to throw a real prediction out. I wonder if the start of this is going to be, he's already on the planet with Sigourney Weaver. He gets his mission, and because of various other successful, grabs, maybe even a joke scene where pulls him out of carbonite like he did in the previous season. There's like several people, and it's wow, that's done so well. And she says, "Oh, see if you're ready for this, Mr. Mandalorian. I'm gonna call you Mister because he's very professional. We're gonna send you after one of the highest remnant generals. He's holed up on this prison planet. He's coordinating his strikes on our forces for a dozen ships. He's a big deal. Do you think yes? But do you think you'll get him? Yes. And then that's either a ploy, a trap, or it goes so easy there's a problem. But that he's so starting at the top. It's kind of like in a video game where you start at your peak level and then something drains all of your abilities and you start bottom again, and then it becomes not on the run himself, but then it becomes low end, and it would let you have a giant set piece, and then oh no, it's not what you think. Could be interesting because to an evolution of the character, go after, because I almost felt that would be a fun twist to have that go bad, then that be the end. Just at the end of this big film, now we're going to go after the Grand Moff. It's like, okay, well, I guess,
Yeah.
This to me feels a lot like there's one sequence in very, very early on, probably in the first two episodes, where in a similar way, which was the LED wall, which is where there's a room that was the wall, which is mad, and he walks in and shoots everybody. This has a very similar framing, simple sets. I'm guessing at a certain point a lot of this is going to be the wall as well, so it feels very similar to that.
Yeah, like the way he grabs one guy's blaster and has him shoot at the other guy.
Oh, I didn't even catch that. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
And this is very subtle, but if you get it all in the frames, he's firing, yet he's reflecting red light on his reflective armor. But his gun isn't making red light.
Whose gun?
Mando's.
Mandalorians? It is. When he's shooting the guy in the knee for some reason.
No. Real prop. There isn't a giant flash of red light coming out of it.
That might be.
But you have to go back on him, and you'd have to be so big, it would... That's not really how that light would work. It's too bright. So that's either really, really good CG light render on top, which it could be, but with reflections. I did think that going in. I wonder if that's an entire CGI replacement. Something about the motion on the left guy looks fake, and the fire looks too good, and I think it might all just be CG replaced people.
Oh, that would be disappointing.
But the fact that you couldn't tell is pointing. I think that might be a full replacement, just because the amount of interaction. Well, I say that the fire's not really doing anything to his armor, and that would also do something. Because that fire looks pretty fake in a still.
Well, Olivia throws in $10 super chat. Thank you so much.
Oh.
Coming soon, my all-new tell-all book, Trekyards Behind the Yards. Enjoy revelations like before every live. Sam has all the mods tell him he looks prettier than Stuart. Really? You're still doing that? I thought we stopped that. Or I thought I stopped you doing that like 5 years ago.
Well, no, it's because
if you want to be prettier, fine. I'll just... There.
Well, no, it's because I asked them to do it for this many years, but they just never say it. I gotta keep going until they do it once. They just won't do it.
Olivia, don't give away too many secrets. We need to proofread that book before you publish it.
The dark, deep, dark secrets of this yard.
Yep. And Grogu's here too, look.
Oh my god. Is he innocent or is he part of our mischief?
He's innocent.
Yeah.
Look at him. Look how cute he is. Look at his eyes.
Then you have a rather lovely shot of a base camp, which this is I'm assuming, I'm hoping this is a specialist base, because this seems too rustic for the current government.
Well, this is like the base in season 3. It's a rebel base. It's yeah. It's where the dude from Kim's Convenience is hanging out with Zeb or Zeph, whatever the fuck his name is from Rebels.
Rebels guy.
Yeah. But you got nice lineup of ships there.
That just looks damn real, even though it's not at all real. Very nice. Very, very nice. Then you got Scorn Weaver. Now, will she just be in like 2 scenes? Is she stunt casting? Somewhat like Mr. Paul Giamatti, you know, because he's not been in it very much. Not stunt casting, but, you know, not a main character. Is she going to be in it just for the sake of it? I mean, she hasn't been printed super heavily, so they're not relying on that, but what do you think?
I don't think she's going to be in it much. She's basically Carl Weathers' replacement, right? He was like... So she's going to be in about as much as him. She's going to be the one that gives him the mission and the one that he goes to at the end. Is what I think. But yeah, she's not going to play a big part, I don't think.
I mean, sometimes you need or you want people to they can be hinting that she's a villain, twist reveal, because she's a named actress. But then it'd be sad to have anyone from Republic be bad, but also that is just what happens. So I wonder.
Yeah, I don't think they would do that for her.
I mean, hell of a good pitch though. Sigourney, want to bring you in? Nah, a villain. Ooh, right? There's not that many villains in Star Wars, so that's probably more enticing. I don't know.
Darth Weaver. Dun, dun, dun.
She has a 4-bladed lightsaber, and she shouts at Sabine, who's in it, "Get away from him, you bitch!" Yes.
And Olivia throws in $2 and says, "Did you know Stuart's real name is redacted?" You are correct. Mike Rumpelstiltskin, if you can guess my real name, I'll grant you 3 wishes.
Yeah.
Or just 1 big wish. I don't know.
And then you get another joke, presumably on the same ice base with an ice. What are these called? The flawed. I can't remember what they're called. I know gonk droids. I don't remember what these things are called. Mouses. The mouses.
Mouse droids.
Yes, a snow mouse with big tires, which actually is kind of fitting.
It's an all-terrain mouse.
It is. Who he really messes up.
Yeah.
And I do find that sort of humor somewhat entertaining when the idea that Mando's destroying a giant tank at and this is the level he can do.
It's cute.
It's cute. I got some droids. Droid at a droid base. Didn't realize the first few times.
They're not quite like QSO, but they've got the same kind of leg builds. So I assume they're similar in design, maybe older. I don't know if they'd be Imperial droids. They don't look Imperial. They look a little dirty.
I mean, this is an interesting base. It gives me Nemoidian vibes. I don't know why. That'd be kind of fun getting Nemoidia and then have to fight them and they're still using droids.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They have capes. Or maybe they're part of General Grievous's team.
I mean, hell, go back to his planet. Kind of cool. Here's some hyperspace. Sorry, I'm in Star Trek Warp. Sorry, I don't want to confuse the audience. Star Trek Warp.
Stop. New Star Trek Warp.
Yes. And you get a real wet locale.
Another droid.
Well, I think it's a character from the Clone War. Oh, it's in the inside here.
Yeah, who is this supposed to be? I recognize the silhouette, but I'm not sure the name.
Yeah, character from the Clone Wars, but I just don't know them. That's after the stuff I've seen.
Yeah.
Very thin. What's insectoid-like? And it's interesting I mean, I don't think it's a twist, but to play off the fact that his head is, that was a giant piece of previous season, so here he is just with his helmet off.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Helmet off. That was a cue. Got you.
I think that would be symbolic of him moving away from the helmet in...
Could be. Because they make a point of, in season 3, of like the creed of, not showing anybody your face, keeping your helmet on is it's very restricted to kind of his cult. Other Mandalorians just don't care because they're just different. He does do the Mandalore, like go to the bathe in the waters of Mandalore and solve all that, but at the same time, I don't know if he's thinking that he should maybe move away from it, because it is kind of draconic the way that they want him to act. So, and I don't know, will the armorer be in this because she's kind of the leader of his specific cult? I don't know, because the bad guy takes his helmet off here, which I'm sure would piss him off because it's like, fuck sakes. Now I gotta go back to Mandalore and do all this shit again. So I think he might not make it through this movie. This is probably like closer to the end where this happens, and he might, do the last bit of the movie without the helmet. And maybe as a result die. Who knows?
Well, it would be a grand way to go out as the character, as the actually be in it, for a large chunk. Especially if you have other characters returning who do scenes with him as him, right?
Yeah.
Because how many of them actually worked with him as him, But I assume it's the same set as, well, I mean, that door presumably is the same one as the huts. So I guess... see, if that's the cold open and he's dealing with the huts and already dehelmeted, or if that's the end, or if maybe he's sublimating himself, he's saying, I've come here to ask your help, and they're like, oh, well, prove that you can, by removing the helmet, and it's a big deal. Because he's pissed, but not for the helmet, it feels like. It's a different sort of pissed. It's a... Stop toying with me,
Yeah. Yes, it does not feel like it's something more serious going on there.
Almost like it's part of a plan. He's just one step. But the rainy planet has Grogu on it. But again, without context, this will be a flashback, a 2-second scene. Although I do see, there are a bit of brightness enhancements. The Babu Fritz characters are behind him, so that's useful, I suppose. I see them now. I see them. And by the way, guys, asked in the poll, new poll was, do you think the trailer feels like a movie or a new episode of the show? 21 votes. Keep voting.
Did you jump ahead for that image?
Actually went backwards.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Babu Frick. Those freaking little guys.
Who we'll see later on.
And then we got May 22nd. And then he's got a wrist shooter of some sort. Now, Mandalorian has those birds of whatever, the little rocket missile things. But I love that he's getting Mandalorian tech combined with his force powers. I think that's kind of cool. So it'll be interesting to see exactly what this does. If it's a flamethrower, but there's no cable attached to it, so I doubt it.
I mean, it'd be fun to funny idea. It's the same exact concept, but there's not enough physical room in the tech to allow the darts to be self-moving. But because he can fire and then
he control it with the force.
Exactly. You know, dart gun.
Pull Yano, just whistle and have it do. Cut through a bunch of people.
Yep. But I don't know if that's played for laughs or for serious, because this is still an animatronic mini Yoda who can't speak, who's putting on armor pieces underneath the Jedi cloak. And are we meant to seriously, right? You know, I can't imagine so. But then it's going to be one scene, you know, oh, I'm trying to do it, Dad, I'm trying to do it. And then obviously fails the first hurdle. But then he can use the Force. And I think he blew up a Walker and Boba Fett, so he's got some powers. Ah! Oh, God.
Don't talk shit about him. I'll put the earbud in, he'll hear you.
I'm sorry, Grogu. I'm sorry. Although, you're more bald in this version. I see your hair. You're shaving your head. Your ears are head. And you've got some cannons killing, presumably a TIE. Yeah. TIE-esque fighters. I like their more drone-style shots. There's little guys from Rise of Skywalker.
With their own little land speeder. Tiny little land speeder. Yeah, there was more of these guys in the last trailer as well for this.
Like running across a scene or something.
It looks like they're going to get split up. There's going to be...
Yes.
Yeah, he's going to be doing something totally separate from the Mandalorian. That one scene, that's very Yoda-like. It's like Yoda's cane on the Dagobah-like planet.
I mean, I is this inferring a cold open with Luke? Or an end with Luke?
He's already kind of said goodbye to Luke, though.
Well, exactly, but if it's been time between three and then this. So he's still a Jedi, right? And then, well, he's not, I guess. He's a...
Oh, he gave that up to be with his Dieters.
It would be interesting, though, if they brought Luke back with the budget of a movie and, 4 years more development?
And better face replacements.
All the stuff. There could be more audio replacement at that point, but yeah, I mean, you know, we've seen Otoy.
Well, exactly, yeah.
You know,
and the new AI Star Wars stories. They get young Luke pretty good, even the voice in a lot of instances. So,
and that's just people doing it, not even, you know, $500,000 for one scene. It would be an interesting testimonial. I mean, I just want Luke back in general, but testimonial of how this shapes technology. It was season 1 Luke came back, wasn't it? Or was it season 2?
It was Book of Boba Fett.
No, the first time he came back and he saved them at the end. Was that 1 or 2?
That was...
Must have been 2 because he goes to...
Good question.
Must have been 2. Yeah, so end of 2. So that was impressive for the time. Now it doesn't work as well. Book of Boba Fett is a year on, looks even better.
Yeah.
As a whole episode dedicated towards it, they had to get better. So it'd be interesting if they do another one where it's even better. Would be nice, because this does feel like they're... Or even just he's talking to Luke, asking for advice across the cosmos. Don't know.
Well, it does look like he's meditating, so... Yep. Maybe an underwater shot with the Mandalorian and Grogu. Don't know what's going on there. He looks like Mandalorian's saving him, scooping him up.
He's got what looks like a grub in his mouth, so I'm guessing he jumped in to get a snack.
A frog. Yeah.
There you go. Easy peasy.
He likes his frogs.
And then for whatever reason, this Colosseum fight with this, built, stacked Jabba the Hutt guy, I just think nothing about it, because it's just a CGI gun, a CGI room, where he can't be hurt because he's got the armor, but also it feels so low stakes to me, even though this is meant to be, I'm sure, a big moment.
It feels like I know him. He's a friend from work. Like Ragnarok. It's got the same feel, same look. It's just, yeah.
But I liked that scene though.
I did too. This feels the same, just not not as grandiose, but still the way it's lit, the way it's, yeah.
It's not far
It is
off.
cool seeing. It is cool seeing a buff like Hutt though, or maybe not a Hutt, but whatever the species is.
Yeah, conceptually it makes sense, but it's just so removed from. Oh man, it's tricky. Oh.
Yeah, and then we get a creature who looks very similar to one of the animated creatures from the Ewoks show. I can't remember what they were called, but they're like, maybe I'm wrong. Hold on, I got to take a look.
I mean, I think, Stuart, I think you should look again. I'm about to tell you what it really is. Are you looking? Are you looking?
Yes.
Is a Gorn from Stranger Worlds.
Oh my god, it's better Gorn. It's better Gorn than Stranger Worlds Gorn.
I mean, they're quoting Yoda here, so I'm wondering if this is going to be a direct tie-in. La la la. I mean, it would be funny if you go to Dagobah to try and look for a piece of Yoda, and this is Yoda's like roommate who never got credit. He invented half his say. You know what I mean? Or his neighbor, 2 swamps across. Because they do some weird stuff like that, but to have it directly linked dialogue-wise. But sometimes you need a mentor, and some.
These things, forget what they were called, but there are other creatures that live on Endor. And they're a big part of the Ewoks cartoon.
I mean, Endor.
Yeah, the face thing's the same. This one just doesn't have antenna like these ones do, or ears.
See, I first thought Sebulba until the light, the Dugs.
They're called the Dulocs. There we go.
And
they're a big antagonist for the Ewoks in the cartoon. Anyway, I just realized that now. Looking at that image, so.
He's sitting in a rocking chair, feels like. Very odd. Very odd.
Does look like Endor, though. Same kind of coniferous trees, and yeah.
I mean, it would make it feel bigger to go back to the Ewok city and I don't know why. I don't know, but that would be somewhat interesting. And they can actually explain. They give some sort of backstory as to why wow, they can retcon Rise of Skywalker as to how exactly the Death Star 2, which fully did molecularize, exploded, mostly survived and fell on a different moon. Even though it was in the orbit of the main moon.
Well, it was in the orbit of the gas giant that the moon is part of.
Yeah, but it was next, in orbit of Endor. You have to be pulled out, and then it's possible it's just dumb, but of course. We have another creature, which reminds me of a Gould symbiote.
Yeah, it's definitely got that look, doesn't it? It's just a giant ass snake. That's what it is.
So this feels like the Sarlacc equivalent. He was chucked down into the lower bits, and this is just we can't do Rancor. We'll do this guy. That's what I meant. Sorry. So Jabba had a Rancor. These guys have a giant snake.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Talk to us. Let us know.
Yeah. PayPal or Super Chat in if you want. We do read those. So. Yeah. the don't have to move on yet, but the next thing I thought I got a screenshot of his face, and apparently I didn't. Of Zeb from Rebels.
Ah, yes.
So,
which is cool, you know, original voice actor, all that stuff. Expensive
Yeah.
character to do, of course, but if you want to see him, I like him fine, but no particular vibe.
yeah.
Or,
Something about this snake feels like it's sentient.
mm,
I didn't get that vibe, but
maybe knowing is a better word. You know, you want me to kill him, Master? Okay.
yeah.
And a very CGI looking stormtrooper flung off sand shot. Just the way it just feels like ragdolly. Which is cool. I mean, like, interesting enough idea. Now, is this one single shot? I'm not even joking. Is this one single shot telling us there's another Force sensitive character in there as an antagonist? Because it seems weird that they'd be flying so quickly at Grogu, whose tiny little thing is. But if there's someone else who comes into play, right?
Mm.
It feels very abstract. It's obviously, well, obviously, it feels Force sensitive-y.
Or something coming out of the ground, but I don't know. I do like the fact that there's a different, like a land speeder there. Like Luke's land speeder, but black. That's cool.
And another location as well, in theory.
Oh, I did get a shot of Zeb. It's a nice shot, for Christ's sake.
Yeah. Hmm. How much vibe, memory of this character do you have? This chap.
Not much. He was in. It must have been season 3 of Mandalorian.
Ahsoka.
Get his. Maybe.
Obviously not. No, I think.
He had like a one or two speaking lines. So, but yeah, I mean, definitely looks like the animated character. I didn't watch Rebels really to get a feel for them. So, yeah, good to see them though.
Kind of feel like they've tried to put a. I don't the reason they have, but it kind of feels like they've tried to put a face inside that CGI makeup, and the face is controlling it. 'Cause it almost has an uncanny valley of. Looks like they're trying to do a face, but not, and be fancy. Yeah, I don't know. Well, obviously draw for many fans, so good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then back to this place with more droids and many kablooies. It ain't going great.
Yeah, these droids look like the ones that are General Grievous's guards with those like staffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a bit. There'd be certainly a way of, you know, Dave Filoni and such is what did all the Clone Wars and things. So I'd imagine that if they, well, but they bring a lot of their own content in, of course, make it fully visual canon, whatever, like live action. You can almost do a at the start, perhaps, of Mandalorian doing missions to get bounties, and he gets to just do a checklist of fun locations he's used in his own show and bring them into the universe. It almost feels like to have sand and this planet and all the different trees, all for different places, and how can you go to that many places in the story? Don't know, but if there's a chance of montage, you know.
Yes.
Zeb from Rebels, main character from Rebels. I thought Ezra was main character. The main character.
I think you mean the one of the main characters.
Oh, yes. Then you have another Gorn.
Yeah, this looks way more Gorn-like. And the thing above it says Weathers Apollo for Carl Weathers and his character Apollo from Rocky. People have already translated it.
Right. Cool. And this is, as you know from the previous thing, this is the guy from the tabletop fighting game, which is cool. One of those aliens. I did think the baby Rodian was that, you know, you got Baby Yoda and you got baby Rodian. That yeah, I'll give him that. That was good. I like that.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, that thing in the next shot when it's holding up the door, that's just a fucking Gorn from Strange New Worlds, man.
with more
Actually,
muscles.
Well, yeah, it's actually better. It's more Gorn-like than the Gorn from Stranger Worlds.
Well, it's more a
oddly
mix
enough.
of the Strange Worlds and the Enterprise Gorn.
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty good. Well done the Gorn successfully. And then Baby Yoda jumps into his new cot.
The new pram.
New
Yeah.
pram. And it's fast. Built for speed. Which is at least logical, even if a bit silly. But of course.
It's not his. It's actually the Baby Rhodians.
Well, I know. I'm just saying. The visual, the back in the pram again. That was a big thing for a long time.
Yeah, the whole, well, what are you waiting for?
Mm-hmm.
And he jumps in.
Oh, that's a big fighting creature. Oh, the side was just bloody cool.
Yeah. Love that he's using his jetpack quite a bit. That we've seen anyway.
It's darn useful.
Very Rocketeer vibes, though, the way he flies. But and yeah, fighting the Gorn. Sorry, whatever it is.
And then titles. And I don't know why this last joke is what they went with. That he eats lots of food. So I was expecting a big reveal of a character, a ship, a visual. And this left me thinking, oh, it's the TV show joke again. Because they want to pad time a little bit.
Like, yeah, he's just eating macaroons.
Space macaroons. It was not a great shot to end on. I'll always remember Picard, 7 appears, or Data, one of those two appears. The very last bit of the trailer, a Data. Like that blows your mind. It ends on a big note. It says no big end note. It's a tiny note. So is that it? I was waiting for the last big thing, and it didn't happen.
Literally tiny. Oh.
He is. Stuart. That was the full trailer. I think I like the first trailer more, but I can't remember it enough.
Well, yeah, it had the AT-ATs. It had more action, I think. Again, no sense of story. What is happening? This looks like it's advertising a season of The Mandalorian.
Because you can be vague with that, you know?
Yeah, because you got a lot more stuff to cover. Yeah, that's my biggest takeaway from this is, I guess, I don't know what the story's about, aside from these two characters. But that's what the movie's title is, so of course. But yeah, no real indication as to what is actually the plot. What's the MacGuffin? Is there a MacGuffin? I don't know.
I'm really looking at the season 1 trailer for Mandalorian. It's just a lot better looking. Every shot is handcrafted. I mean, a lot more member berries that we know, but that's because they know what we want to see. And it feels just as expensive. But it's really crafted. And this feels less somehow. As if by getting more, they've done less. You know? We've got big sets. It's like, yeah, but what is it? You know, what is it?
It's funny too. If you go back to that shot of him facing off against the snake,
yeah,
that reminds me so much of the scene in Solo, a Star Wars story, where he's in that dark room and there's that creature that he's talking to. It's got the same kind of vibe as that for me. Which I don't know. That movie also felt small. It didn't feel very cinematic for some reason. I don't know. I think we've got so much Star Wars and it's such good quality as far as visually. It's just hard to differentiate and have anything special without returning legacy characters or whatever. It's just, it feels like nothing's a big screen spectacle anymore. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the Rise of Skywalker trailer. What? Because that did feel big. I guess. Well, teaser was the teaser. Okay, so that was just that scene. Okay, fine. We'll do the trailer.
Put my helmet on to read the next super chat.
Good. So that was.
So General Grievous throws in $2.
Oh.
And says the movie was originally season 4. They condensed it, which doesn't surprise me, honestly. But it also worries me immensely because it's not going to be focused on anything. It's going to feel like the last season of Enterprise, where everything
Hmm.
feels freaking rushed. I hope it's not a whole season condensed into a movie because I can't see that going well. You
You'd
know?
be also taking out all the padding and filler,
Yeah.
right? You have the main arc only. I mean, things it might and very well. I mean, they've gone from making what 8 hours of TV to making question mark. So it should at least be 2 hours, right?
At minimum, yes.
At minimum, maybe like 2 hours 20. And if they got the same budget from a season to a movie,
Yeah.
that's 4.5 times the budget of an episode to make. So it should be over 2 hours. It should be bigger, that much bigger. And it's not like you have to hire Mando actor for all his days on set. So actually, the physical cost of the budget is not smaller than an average movie, right? Because of course, whatever. But what even with the plot being a Mandalorian show, like I was content with the of the week first season, right, with those slight other big things. But once you introduce the big things, you want more of those big things. Like, I mean, I know the dark side was removed, but why isn't Katie Sackhoff in it feeding? Why isn't there more Mandalore stuff? Why isn't there, like if it's being hunted in every planet by the main Mandalorian cult because they want him for something, that'd feel stakes. Imagine the end of the trailer is that same sequence at the start with the seller who closes his door, right? Closes, and it just cuts to the end. The last shot I said was disappointing. It cuts to Katie Sackhoff walking up saying, "I need some information." Oh, anything on the Mandalorian. Nope. He puts his thing down, and we cut to his reverse. Darksaber slices through, opens up, grabs it, and she says, "Let's try this again." It's like, oh god,
Yeah.
punch of an end. Didn't get that
Yeah.
because I feel like I
Well,
need story plots to be excited for. I need story. I'm not doing it for spectacle. I want story. I want interesting plots. That's important to me personally.
I agree. Yeah. Okay. First of all, I didn't expect this trailer today. I expected a trailer for the Super Bowl, and instead we got the Tauntaun parade thing, which
Which
is
costs more than episodes of television, apparently.
wow, really?
Yeah, it costs like 10 million to make.
Damn.
And it's like, but that's
It's kind of funny seeing Tauntauns like used like that, but
10 million
yeah,
worth.
and so I didn't expect this today, and then when I watched it, I was like, okay, that's cool. Like, the Mandalorian's back. I love the Mandalorian. Watched all the seasons, but to me, just felt like a season trailer. It didn't feel like a movie at all.
And
There's
not a
no,
good one either.
yeah, yeah. There was nothing super standouty in it.
Because
I'm just sad and disappointed.
but also you could absolutely argue that giving us anything meaty would reveal what's in it. If Boba
Yes,
was in it, if Luke was in it, if Ahsoka was in it, if they're all in it in some meaningful way, and we're all surprised by it, that would be great. So maybe they're taking the reverse pitch, which is there's way more than you think. We're really lowballing you in terms of visuals. And maybe that's all just a cold open of just him doing his rounds, and it's actually just the first 20 minutes, and you don't even have any concept of the plot. And because you could very well argue that you're going to go watch anyway, bitch, right?
yes.
So does it matter what we show you? You're gonna go watch it anyway. It's like, oh, okay.
And the thing is, too, it could start out like years later kind of thing, and it's a montage of what they've been doing over the years. So
Mm,
some of these clips, like the snake specifically, things like that,
it's
could
interesting.
be shorter, like recaps at the beginning to lead us where we are now.
Almost like the title sequence. Directed
Yeah,
by, and then it shows them going through different years doing
yeah,
things. Yeah, that's
yeah.
interesting. Would that just be a time jump to get you closer to the sequels?
Possibly, yeah. It's interesting because where season
Hmm.
3 ended,
Mm-hmm.
they were like done their adventures, they were going to settle down kind of thing. They had like a nice little house. It was one of those like happy Western endings.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, what is the catalyst to get them back into doing what they're doing here? Because I don't know. Obviously, he wants to train Grogu to be a bounty hunter because that's what Grogu picked to be a Mandalorian instead of a Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that goes to the one line in this trailer too, where he's going to outlive me by centuries. You know, if the Mandalorian's getting to the part where he wants to stop doing what he's doing, but I don't know. I'm just
Well, if he
waxing
always did
poetic.
it for money, then if he's given us money by the New Republic or Grogu finds the Jedi Fund, you know, is he doing it for pleasure? Probably not. Okay, guys, this is your chance to spam comments. We'd love to know what you guys think. Everyone give us some thoughts we can bounce off of right now. Throw some thoughts in. Good, bad, whatever you want. Let us know.
Yes. Okay, let me see what's going on here. We've got 22 people here and 25 likes. That's pretty good. But if you haven't hit like yet, please hit the like button. Let's try to get to 30. Worth a shot.
But it's tremendously another PayPal, Stuart, as it does help us go, as you guys know, and I am rhyming on purpose. This stuff make us the difference.
So Ray Ricks throws in £5.
Appreciate you.
And he says, I've only heard one rumor of this, so take it with a pinch of salt. But they find an artifact which enhances Grogu's force abilities, which could explain tossing the whole vehicle full of stormtroopers. I mean, that'd be interesting, an ancient Jedi artifact. Who would you call in? Luke Skywalker. That would be kind of fun, actually.
The second film is Skywalker and Grogu. And the third film is Solo and Grogu.
Yes.
Wait, what?
No, that's interesting. So if it's kind of like, go ahead.
No.
I say if it's kind of like an archaeology adventure, like Indiana Jones type thing, there you got your MacGuffin. But what's the ultimate purpose? Because Grogu chose not to be a Jedi, chose to be a bounty hunter or a Mandalorian. So would they want to keep the artifact to enhance his powers, or would he want to pass it on to somebody like Luke Skywalker? You know what I mean? Like, what's the end goal?
But it's not like he's Force celibate, right?
It's true.
So
it's true.
What, you know, even if he's not Jediing, he's still forcing. So to be a better bounty hunter would you know, more powers is good for that. So I can see that being possible. Maybe Luke shows up and, I mean, hell, imagine if Luke and they fight at the end because Grogu wants the power and Luke says no. Oh, that'd be crazy.
Grogu turns dark side?
Well, that would be interesting, unfortunately.
I don't know. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't do that. Look at him.
Well, yeah. Just hard to speculate, and I feel like the previous movies, Rogue One especially, really got a sense of the story, right? Yeah. But they might just be banking on you don't need to know. You're gonna go watch it, so just sit back and enjoy. But the fact that I'm super mid about this, I will see it in the cinema. But I don't know if I'm gonna rush to see it in the cinema.
I'm just gonna wait for my birthday and watch it on my birthday.
Happy birthday, you, yeah. But you know what I mean? Like seriously, guys, who in the chat of the 20-something people are gonna go watch it first day, first 2 days, and first week? Now, arguably, we can watch it for content to do a review on it. That's fair, right? In theory, that's a reason to watch it early.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think they would do this, right? I don't think they would do this. But if this trailer had ended with a de-aged Harrison Ford as Han Solo in it, because that makes sense to have a smuggler in it, and it'd be the same thing as Luke, right? It'd be Harrison comes and does it, and then replaced with a young actor with a young voice. So everything's CG, but it's with Harrison there, because you can't, as seen with Indiana Jones, he can't voice a 40 younger version. He just can't do it. It doesn't work. It feels wrong. So had that been in it, I would have been super thrilled, because that going into that side of it makes sense. And then Han going to Nar Shaddaa, dealing with Hutts, beautiful, right? I would love that. It'd be super logical, and like I said, it doesn't need to be Harrison specifically. That would have got me. I would have gone to cinema to see new Harrison Ford as Han Solo, as in more excited too.
Yeah.
Because then you could again do retcons to improve the previous movies, you know.
Yeah.
Can't you get the guy from Solo to come back and play old Harrison Ford?
Yeah.
Just grey his hair a bit. It's been a few years since Solo. Yeah, been a few years. Although imagine putting a deep fake on him. You know, do the trick the Otoy did. That'd be crazy.
And Ray Rick says, I will be in Germany at a beer festival, so I'll probably be too hungover when it's released. Damn. You get around, Ray.
I mean, yeah. Go experience the life. Do things and bobs.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know, guys, any final thoughts.
Is there a better image to put on screen? Just Mandalorian and Grogu title, maybe.
I'll put on
a
moving version.
The title is very interesting too. It feels like one of the old adventure serials. But I mean, that's what Indiana Jones was. That's what George Lucas likes. It definitely has that look to it.
Yeah, it's almost like they're suffering from. They made the show look too good that it's hurt the movie, because as silly as the difference from TNG Generations was, and that the lighting is just 100% different, it felt more expensive, even if very different. So it had that different look. But if you remake it feeling expensive, then where do you go from there? And this is not a show where you could kill a Mandalorian without too much hassle, right? You throw enough people at him, you could kill him. They just never do it, right? He's not invincible. I mean, how many thermal detonators thrown at him could he not survive, right?
Yeah.
Or an AT-AT blast. Like, it's fine. One Sith, pretty sure he's dead, which is fine, right? Any Inquisitor, pretty sure he's dead. That's fine. Up rather than stab him, he's dead. It's fine. He's not in that style of fighting.
Mm-hmm.
So you had a small story, which is great, but yeah, I just need something else. But we don't know, right? I just didn't feel that much, Stuart. Didn't feel that much. I'm confused by it. Because this is the selling you trailer.
Yeah. If I didn't know better because of the way that the show unfolded, I would think that these scenes with the Razor Crest were very much like flashbacks. Because it looks like a newer Razor Crest. But obviously Grogu wasn't around then, and Grogu was in the cockpit of the ship. So, I don't know, man. I would have loved to see some flashbacks for the Mandalorian, honestly. I'm not a big flashback fan, but to see a younger Mandalorian. Again, you'd have to change out the armor to his not all Beskar armor. But
any final thoughts, guys? Any final thoughts?
Yeah, I'm excited to see it still, I gotta say, because I've gone back and watched Mandalorian like 3 times. I just enjoy it so much. It's so easy to watch too. It's so like bingeable.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm excited to have it continue. Yeah.
Just interesting to see where they want to go with this, because at the end of the day, also, they could do anything, right? I don't think they're going to look at this and say, yeah, we're going to skimp on the budget. The thing that reinvigorated Star Wars is we're going to skimp, right? No, they're going to. It's as much as it needs to have. It's just what the story wants.
Yeah. Does it worry you somewhat that if this was a season condensed into a movie?
Or do you think that they would do a good job with that?
Well, season 1 wouldn't be a good movie because they're standalone stories.
Yeah.
You couldn't make a movie out of that, right? If there was a big story arc, like Boba Fett season 1 could probably be a good movie. You'd cut
Actually,
out,
yeah, you're right. Yeah.
right? Because it probably was a movie then stretched. Obi-Wan similar. So,
Yep.
so
You're right on both counts.
although I probably made 1-2 movies and just make them better, but but I feel like if you say a season down to a movie, they probably just mean the first episode and the last episode. We're writing those are the two things, and we're going to pull bits from the middle we need and then stitch them together. Because you're not really going to pull, you know what I mean? That you tend to have the start and end is the start and the end.
Mm. Mm. I don't know.
I think I'm the exact same excited I was before this live.
Yeah,
There's not even one visual here I'm excited about. Like, right?
that was going to be one of my next questions. Like, is there anything visually that excited you?
Not one particular thing. Like, it just looks like the same fun quality, and I like some of the ideas, but there's no one thing. Not even Sigourney.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, obviously, this is like, imagine if she was a prequel Jedi who was frozen in carbonite or whatever, and she came back and she's in full robes. That would excite me. But she's some lady.
Yeah.
Why would I be
The
excited
Bounty
about some
Hunter
lady?
Guild.
Yeah.
Yeah. BJ throws in $2 and says
Oh.
Boba Fett and Ahsoka could have been good films. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ahsoka was a good season. Personally, I enjoyed it. But yeah, it could have been condensed to a movie and been very, very good. Yeah.
Boba Fett should have been a good show.
Mm.
Good premise. They just didn't know what to do with it, apparently. We had a weird vision for him. But Stuart, 33 votes. Do you think this trailer feels like? The winner with 58 votes is a new episode of the show. And, well, no, 42%. So it's somewhat close.
Close
42%
enough.
say a movie.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to ask you a really loaded question. Are you ready?
Yes.
This last episode of Academy, did it feel more like a movie than this trailer?
Yeah, probably.
That's why I just thought to myself, like, that had some movie, like the way it's filmed felt more movie-esque. Movie-esque. This was more like their TV show, but more. Which is the look they've established, which is not the movie feel.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. Overall, I'm just kind of concerned now. Now we've talked about it. I'm kind of like, oh. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it because I like the characters.
Yeah.
But speaking of characters, who are they going to bring back from the series? Like, and if there's too many, is that going to be a problem? Yeah, I don't know, man. I hope there's some legacy characters. Like, bring back Boba Fett, bring back Luke Skywalker, put Ahsoka in here, like something. I think that they would do that personally, but
Like, imagine if there's an impromptu, we're dealing with smugglers and it's Han Solo, and there's no fanfare, there's no... Because would that not blow your mind about as much as Luke? If the Falcon just shows up to help raise a question thinking they're not going to, and you cut to the cockpit, and it's actually Harrison and Chewbacca, and they look exceptional, and they're flying, and that's their entire appearance, right, from the cockpit, but it's a good 2-3 minute scene, and they're doing exactly the way... It's like would that not blow your mind?
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe at the end as well, like just with Sigourney, just I told you it'd be good. I told you it'd be good. Fine. Leia says hi. Hi back. That's it. It's all you need, right? 5 minutes of him the whole film, but really meaningful, chunky bits. That would be that would make it feel like a movie because that would cost like $250,000 just to do young Harrison. So I hope. And given we didn't know Luke was coming, we didn't know Boba Fett was coming, none of that stuff we knew, right? So
Yeah.
We did not. They've been good at hiding stuff in previous things. We didn't know Jack Black was appearing and Lizzo. They were all surprises.
Better is for the worse.
So I've got to assume that most of the stuff's holding back, most of it, and it's way bigger than it feels. And then you could argue that the lack of hype then gets blown away by the initial set of reviews who say, "Oh, you'll be surprised." And the spoiler reviews come out and the pictures, the leaks, and that gets people to go see in the cinema. So there's a second round of free press, like how Marvel might have leaked their own trailers for Doomsday, and then they come out. You get the double hype train, because at the very least, even if the Super Bowl trailer wasn't what everyone wanted, it made everyone talk about it in a negative way, potentially. Then the positive way this is, in theory, double press.
Well, and also too, with it being May 22nd and then this being February, I wonder if we're going to get 1 or 2 more trailers before it comes out. Usually, lately, that doesn't seem to be the case, but a lot of times there's been
Final
trailers
trailer.
that set different moods as well.
Yes.
The funny, kind of adventurous, or like the dark and sinister, or drama filled. Yeah.
Well, that works better if the film's 2.5 hours.
Yes.
There's only so much to show. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I wonder if they'll maybe even release like a promo, like how and it wasn't barely watched, but the Alien Covenant prologue film that came out with Shaw and finished Prometheus arc, and that was released on the internet, and most people didn't see it because it's like, oh, here you go. This is huge. What? So I wonder if on May the 4th they'll release some sort of pre-short that will lead into this, because why wouldn't you take opportunity? You're May, you're right there. You lead in. Don't know. Maybe even have a Luke themed one where it's not Mark Hamill doing a pre-scene that like leads in directly. Like, oh damn, we're doing that. Yeah.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. And don't worry, we will cover it when anything like that happens, because as much as we might not get the views or the support during these, we do like talking about it. And we appreciate all you guys that do show up. So,
yes, sir. And it's good to lock these in as, parts of history we've got saved in our feelings, because we're not going to remember how we feel a year on, and that's okay.
That's very true.
Well, tune in tomorrow, guys, for another Thing and Bob, and then, of course, Academy. And then this Saturday, our Drunk Yards. Very excited for that. There'll be some fun games to play, some PayPal-specific ones, so save up for that, because they'll be pretty exciting, and hopefully helps out a lot as well.
That's right. He has spoken.
That is true.
So until next time, guys, he's Commander Cockings.
He is Captain Foley. See you tomorrow.
This is the way.
So cute. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.